Today I don't work and conveniently the balance changes dropped and I started trying out the changes and I noticed in kill cam that Holger Mythic variant now has a different iron sight. A few matches later I'm using the buffed Peacekeeper and I see that the iron sight has different frames, so it has been modified as well. Now as expected, daytime lobbies turn out to be bad for weapon testing because just the players who play during the day are usually not that good. And so instead I tried out all the mythics in free-for-all shipment to see what other iron sights were modified, and overall I found 3. ESVAL's iron sight used to be more square and now it is kind of a triangle, and those frames at first were red and later they changed to blue just like the weapon colors as well, as this is like it has a reactor color change. Here you can see now turned blue, and the iron sight has blue edges as well. But is it a good change, is it a bad change? Well, it is a change for sure, but I'm not really sure if it changes much because the iron sight is still small, and frankly my main issue with Mythic as well as iron sight was the size, that it is kind of small if you try to actually look at the iron sight, but since it is a close range weapon it is not a huge deal. But like, the iron sight has been changed, just it is not for worse, not for better, it is just different. Mythic Holger. My kind of an issue with the iron sight earlier was that it was just a bit too spaced out. Like for instance, if you compare it with the legendary Halloween Holger, it is almost the same but just linear, like the gap is smaller. And this it looks just absolutely different. And at first it felt kind of awkward, but I think maybe it is a bit better compared to the previous variant. But I'm not sure if it is like better or maybe even slightly worse. Well, probably not worse because the frames we have the added color, which is nice. But yeah, so again, the fact is that it is absolutely different, but it is not a huge deal, I think. Well, but I need to play with it more, maybe in ranked, and try it out at different like distances. But so far it's different, but I don't really think that it was needed to change it, but well, it is what it is. Now, Peacekeeper, the buff makes it a lot easier to control. It was a buff to the recoil, and I think that the weapon it can actually be a good contender for meta status positioning. And the colors of the frames, as you can see, at first they were pale, now they are yellow, and later they will be blue. And it kind of can make aiming better. And here it was also a bit of a purple thing. So yeah, the colors are definitely changing, which is nice. And I think it is kind of like a kill reactive thing as well. Because where I get a kill streak and the color changed from blue to that purple thing. And well, I think from these changes this might be just the most notable one, because better colors, I mean, in different map areas it can make aiming easier. And the as well, it was just like different shape. Holger, I kind of liked the earlier, but just because it felt more like a actual weapon iron sight. But both are good. And so yeah, and overall I think that it is quite cool that the iron sights were changed. It was a bit of a Easter egg that I did not expect. And though I think that what Kodam now should improve is the Mythic Iron sight, because it is just too huge and it could just be made smaller.